building opportunity for increasing access to services that help support children and whānau.
Welcome to Auro Focus. Voices leading change.
Kia ora. Today I'm having a yarn about some of the progress that we've made with Auro Focus. Auro Focus is a real passion project, and we've actually worked really hard as a team to distill down exactly what Auro is going to be about, and we'll continue to be putting out lots of information about this. We do have multiple ways of discussing what the actual function of Auro Focus is, but ultimately we're trying to create access, and that's been the key word that we keep discussing when we get together as a group, is building opportunity for increasing access to services that help support children and whānau in their daily lives and in the progression of education over a long period of time, and building out systems that really enable a higher probability of success for the whānau and their child. I'm going to talk to a few cool instances that we've had without obviously going into too much detail, but we're going to talk about a couple of things. The first one is our ability, and this is where I actually am going to really give a huge shout out to Anton. Anton, if you can find him if you go back on podcasts, and part of his company that he's a director of Futures. The work that he's been doing in this space has been absolutely just second to none. He has come in and supplied support for whānau, for child, and for our teaching teams, and it has been phenomenal to have his expertise involved. I'm going to talk firstly about something that's real passion of mine, which is about supporting teachers. We know that that what's been presented in centres in education is difficult at times for people to navigate if you don't have experience in those spaces, whether it be around autism or neurodiversity or anything like that. Sometimes we just don't carry the experiences, and one thing that Russell, who I'll talk to in a second, has introduced to us is about this QBE, qualified by experience. So for someone like myself who's been involved in education for 20 years versus someone, a new graduate coming out, what they see and how they perceive it and how they deal with it is a lot different to someone like myself. So Anton's come in that background space, and the first thing I want to say that he does so well is he actually comes in and pats us on the back. He tells the teams, "Hey, what you've done there is just perfect. That's exactly how we would coach you to do it. That is exactly what we would ask you to do, and go from there." Then he'll be like, "Right, have you thought about this? Have you tried this? What do you think about that?" It gives them, what he's done is he's giving them, the teams, an opportunity to discuss that, to actually feel part of that whole process of, hey, we're going to figure this all out. And then the third thing is he comes back in as the reassurer around, hey, right, go and try that out, go and figure that out. What's been your results? Cool, let's adjust. So for our teaching teams, when we're coming in and we've dealt with a whole range of I don't want to say issues, but we've dealt with a whole range of challenges that have allowed us to support the teaching teams, to reassure them, to help them feel like that we've got support in play for them immediately, and ultimately grow greater outcomes for the whānau and the child. I want to talk specifically to one particular situation where we've been working in with trying to help a young person in a space where they've had to navigate their behaviours, certain behaviours that I guess they're not as positive as we would like them. So to navigate those behaviours, we've enlisted the specialist support from Anton and his team, and it's been awesome to see the connection through the child into his whānau, and seeing the huge positive effects of that already. Now, it seems like a simple equation to us for Auro. If we're plugged in at an earlier stage, so that brings us to earlier intervention. The second thing is what it allows us to do, because the nature of early childhood is that a parent whānau member must walk their child in and must come and pick their child up. It's not like school. My kids just walk off to school and they just go in themselves, and I barely see their teacher. We see whānau every day. So we have touch points at least twice a day with whānau around those sorts of things. Now, with this particular young person who was needing some support, we've worked with him, we've worked with whānau, and now the benefits are that the flow and effect of seeing their child doing really well has prompted them to go out and seek support in their own space too. Now, as a platform for parents, they want to see their children do really well. They want to see their children improve. They want to see their children continue to grow and learn and evolve as they get through their space. And if they're struggling with difficult parts to them, to their nature that they are navigating in themselves, and we come in with an Auro Focus space and we put in all the support around them and speed things up, all of a sudden we've noticed that the plug-in and the plug-in, or the almost unintended outcome has been, hey, we've got the support piece in play for the child. Whānau now feels supported, and because they all feel supported, we're now getting outcomes for the whānau as well. And that has been heartwarming for us to see parents plugged in through their children, gaining access to the support levels that people like Anton bring, and actually seeing them grow in their relationship with their child, in their relationship with between partners and parents, and obviously ultimately the relationship within Future Focus and within our teaching team. That's been a real highlight for me, and I know that's just one sort of scenario that we can already really be proud of. I think the last part around this is what's really important for me to discuss is this is a very, very big window of creativity that we're going through right now. We feel like we are addressing major issues that people have tried to address. There are lots of great organisations out there trying to do great things for children. We can find them, you can Google them, there's lots of them. Where we really know we're going to have a major impact is we're on the platform of building access at an earlier stage. It excites us. It excites us because we have ultimately already earned the trust of the key stakeholders for the child. That's a big one. The second thing is, again, we've already spoken about it, it's the touch points. The touch points at least 2 a day with some sort of whānau member to get the child. So if we've got them 5 days a week, that's 10 touch points that we have minimum to be able to talk to them about their child and their progress and what's going on. And I think the major thing also has been that because we believe that starting earlier with these children is going to lead to greater probability of improved outcomes for them over time, we also know that our progression into school and things like that is going to be, well, I believe, far superior to what we're currently doing, and I'm meaning Future Focus, what we are currently doing now. So it's quite an exciting window. Russell, who I've talked about slightly in this, he's come in a function of really analysing everything that we're doing and distilling it down. We will eventually introduce Russell in this space, but he's brought another lens of creativity and enthusiasm and passion to something that we all believe can really have deep societal impact. So I'll wrap up there because there's lots I could talk to what Auro's doing currently within Future Focus, and we're looking forward to getting out to other spaces. But if you haven't seen it, you can go and check out the website, aurofocus.co.nz. You can come and check out the stuff that we've been putting on our socials pages. Just to shout out again, we've got our Father's Day course, which is going to be a quick turnaround, but it's the 15th of September. Not Father's Day course, a dad's parenting course. Sorry, it's just because it's Father's Day yesterday. But that's going to be coming around pretty quickly. We're going to limit the spots in that because we really want a high quality interaction there. And then also November 3rd is our second conscious parenting course. We're going to be announcing a co-parenting course. We're looking at the start of maybe after Waitangi weekend next year. But I do encourage you, go to aurofocus.co.nz, check it out. You can check us out on social media too. And please sing out. I left my email before, ray@futurefocus.co.nz. You're more than welcome to email me to get any sort of information you want around Auro Focus and what we are up to. Well done, Sean Johnson, 266 games for the Warriors.